And now, your host, Couch Tomato!
Nice segue. Let's go into this ranking. So when you couple episode 1 through episode 7,
yeah,
how does The Last Jedi rank?
Okay.
I want to get to some of that, and we'll go one by one. We'll go in order, so meaning that we're gonna have Rogue One in the middle. So episode 1 first, The Phantom Menace. How does The Last Jedi stack up against The Phantom Menace?
Last Jedi's better.
I agree, it's better. I don't even think it's an argument, is it?
Nah.
Yeah, I think when everybody agrees on an opinion, it's safe to say it's a fact. Episode 2, The Clone Wars.
Last Jedi is way better. Way better.
Nah, it's Attack of the Clones, right?
Yeah. Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones is actually the worst Star Wars movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
But episode 2 probably the worst, like I said, in the franchise. I got The Last Jedi knocking out episode 2 in the first round. So episode 3, I think most people agree this is actually the best of the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
So Revenge of the Sith.
Still had The Last Jedi better.
Yeah, for me, The Last Jedi. So it basically swept the prequels. And just the acting in the prequels alone is enough for me to put The Last Jedi above all of those. So Rogue One, Star Wars truest, like that main core, those longtime fans, they love.
Yeah, they love it.
They love it, man.
Me personally, I go with The Last Jedi.
I go with The Last Jedi too. I actually hated Rogue One. So that to me, it's like Disney's trying to like cater to two audiences, and this is what I the executive team for Disney isn't dumb. I think the anthology films are going to be for your Star Wars truists, like those guys. It's like, hey, let's make something something for the core fans, and I think that the films like Rogue One and I think the Han Solo film, you're going to see the same reaction. I think people who love Star Wars growing up are going to love that film, and I think people who love Force, the new fans, aren't really going to like it that much. So yeah, but I think the new episodes, they're trying to really capture a new audience with that. That's the only thing that's probably making me think Rey might not be a Skywalker for real, because they're moving away from, the first 3 trilogies. Yeah. So Rogue One, hated it, didn't care about any other characters in that film. So even if you hate this movie, you're still invested in the arcs of Leia and Luke. So those 2 folks alone are enough for me to give the trophy to The Last Jedi. Here's where it gets tough.
Yeah.
Episode 4, A New Hope.
I'm gonna go with The Last Jedi only because I just think I have more connection with these characters in a way, because this is like the first franchise, like the first trilogy that really got me into Star Wars. So I'm gonna go with The Last Jedi.
Coming from somebody who, like I said, I wasn't invested. The earliest Star Wars film that I had seen was I was in the 6th grade, and I saw A New Hope, and I actually liked New Hope as a kid. It's a long movie, but I felt like I give the nod to episode 4. To me, it's not close. I think the movie had heart in it and hope, which they didn't have to preach a lot. Like they had to verbally say hope, hope, hope in The Last Jedi, because other than the title in episode 4, you don't really have to beat people up over the head with the idea of hope, because I think it happens naturally. It's a great underdog story. So I'm going to put episode 4. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Nah, Empire Strikes Back is better.
Yeah, I think that's actually just because it has so much influence on Hollywood sequels. Like every time you make a sequel, you borrow elements from Empire, even if you don't want to. So I commend Disney for trying their hardest to avoid the Empire Strikes Back tropes. Because the worst criticism from fans of Force Awakens was, hey, this is a retread of New Hope. But like I said, fans got what they wanted, and they got a different Star Wars movie this time around, which made them irate. But episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, it's considered one of the best sequels of all time, and for a reason. So I'm actually, and just the reveal, I think they tried so hard not to be Empire, because the reveal was supposed to be close to I am your father, but they really want to save it for the, the last film. So, yeah, I'm gonna put Empire. All right, Return of the Jedi, Episode 6.
I'm gonna go with The Last Jedi.
Yeah, see with this one, the only reason Episode 6 actually has some of the lamest moments in the Star Wars franchise, but it also has some of the best moments. Like when Luke is facing his father. I think the scenes and the moments between Darth Vader, Luke, and you could even throw Sidious in there. I think they're more impactful than the moments between Rey, Kylo Ren, and Snoke, which I felt that scene, I probably appreciate it with time, but I saw it coming from a mile. And plus, he looked like a CGI character. It looked like Roger Rabbit graphics, and I'm like Space Jam or something. So I was like, I don't know. Like for me, it's really tough. But just because I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment, and I'm going to say, okay, you know what? A year from now, if you ask me which one's better for the culture of Star Wars, which one was it's tough. This film, it loses the advantage because it's so new. So I'm actually going to put Return of the Jedi. And keep in mind, like I said, I didn't grow up with the franchise, but I still have the original trilogy ranked over The Last Jedi. So now, The Force Awakens, which really... that's when I actually became, okay, now you could, cause I like Star Wars. I like where they're going. Force Awakens did that for me. So what's up with Force Awakens? How does it rank?
Right now, as of now, I still put Force Awakens better. Like I'll see like how Last Jedi ages, but like just from what I'm thinking about it, like just rewatching it like over the past week, like I really like this movie. Like so I would say Force Awakens, like it's still better.
Yeah, I hate movies with long run times. No, correction. I hate it when films are long for no reason. And a lot of Finn scenes, like I said, they could have been cut out. The thing I like about Force Awakens, that movie, it's actually a long movie. It doesn't feel like it though.
Nope.
Because it just goes beat after beat after beat. Every scene has a purpose. They went to this planet to go get that. They went here to go get that. They went here to go get that. Keep in mind, Finn's mission was pointless because those escape ships got shot up anyway. So it's like he really didn't have to waste time like that. Rey would have found... Go ahead.
And sorry just to cut you off, but even that segue with Benicio del Toro, first you make him good because he gave back the pendant and it was just like, oh, he didn't really steal it. He was just... So it's like, okay, he's a good guy. And then you switch it up and make him bad. Like that
something happened with the movie though. I think something happened with the footage of Carrie to where there's some elements in the movie where I'm like, yeah, I think they cut some stuff out. It didn't make sense. Like, yeah, not with him in particular, but there's moments where I'm like, when she's talking with Luke, and the fact that it's not the way they have the cameras on them to where it's not really showing the back of, like when you have two people in the same scene, you show the back of one person's head while they're talking to the other. I think they had to stitch some footage that they weren't planning to use just to make the film work. That's why I think a lot of storylines were changed. And I think that's why you saw a lot of pointless scene with Finn is because, oh, we can't use this Carrie scene. Let's just make Finn run around for a couple of hours. Mr. Del Toro, will apologize, but you're going to have to be whack. Originally, we wanted you to be awesome, but we want you to be like wiggity wiggity whack. So, like that was weird to me. I thought it was a joke. I'm like, this isn't serious. Am I watching a DC movie or a Fox movie? It's like, come on, Warner Brothers. I'm like waiting for April Fools somebody to jump out. I'm like, it's December, guys. So I'm putting Force Awakens. Those scenes are purposeful. It moves quickly. There's no stalling, and there's a lot of stalling in this film.
Yeah.
So.
You like tomato?
And you like tomato?
Potato?